And I also finished the same day edit video.
Amazing! Wow! I can't believe you made that in this time. That is.
You guys did it.
No,
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
To do it in one day, good job. Very impressed.
Do you guys have a business card?
Hi guys, I hope you are all doing amazing. In today's video, I'll be showing you my process on how I film and edit a highlight video on the same day all by myself. The main goal of a same day edit is to finish the edit on the day. I asked Caitlin to come with me on this shoot because it gets really lonely when you're filming and editing at the same time. And just so you know, she didn't pick up the camera or anything because she hates shooting. She helped me to connect with the event manager instead, which you can watch in the description below. First, let's talk about gear. I used one Sony FX3 because I didn't want to use a main camera since the topic was about dentistry and I didn't want to capture all the medical terms that would make editing harder. The key in the same day edits is to make the process as simple as possible. I didn't have any audio recorder and I just used one camera. So I used 3 lenses, the Tamron 17-28, so this is my wide shot, and the Sony 28-70 f2 G Master and the Sony 70-200 f4 macro. I didn't use any tripod in this shoot, so I was using a gimbal and handheld only. I was basically switching from one lens to another, just getting the shots I needed for B-rolls, and in between I was editing. Once I captured B-rolls, I copied and pasted them to my SSD, then cut and placed them on top of the footage that I might use in the highlights. So shoot, then copy, then edit. I make sure to use one SD card per camera. I always wait for the footage to finish copying to my MacBook before I start shooting again. When copying footage, it's easy the first time because it's just select all, copy, then paste. But the second time and beyond, I noticed that if I copy all the footage and paste it into the folder, it takes some time, especially if you already copied a lot of clips. It's like it's scanning from the first file to the last and ask me this question. I always choose skip and I apply to all. So what I do is I check the last footage or file name I copied to my SSD and then select only the new footage from the SD card that I haven't copied yet. If you have a really fast SSD, maybe it won't matter to you. I still use this Samsung SSD T7 4TB. It's fast. I also bought this SanDisk SSD, which is really fast in copying, but this failed me before. One day my project file went missing, so I don't use or trust this SSD anymore. But this Samsung T7 has never failed me.
How's it going? Hey, how's it going?
I'm sorry.
How are you, guys?
How did you find? Actually, this is our first time filming.
Yeah, so yeah,
First time here.
We just found it through Instagram. How you found me? I found this. Yeah, that's it.
The morning scheduled was all discussion or lecture. So I just got B-rolls like establishing shots and footage of people speaking and interacting with attendees. I filmed majority on a gimbal. I had a drone shot of the city, but that was filmed previously with another shoot and it was near the venue. In the afternoon, it was all hands-on workshops where they practiced the procedures they learned in the morning. I captured a lot of B-rolls of what they were doing, lots of handheld, over-the-shoulder and close-ups shots. When creating your videos, you can make a music video style highlights, just a bunch of B-rolls with music, and that's fine. But if you want to take it to the next level, you can add sound bites. That's what I did. Since I wasn't recording audio during the lectures, I made sure to get the client's intro sound bites. Nick, can I get you just like an intro?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go for it, Nick.
Hi, my name is Nick Sharma.
Then I got more sound bites during lunchtime by doing interviews with the clients. And before the end of the day, we also recorded 2 testimonials from attendees. Another key in the same day edit is preparation. It will be easier if you already picked your music ahead of time because we all know that picking music takes a lot of time. So it's very important to have your music prepared before the event. As you can see, I have 2 folders of music here and I just choose one music. Once you have your music, make sure you also have an instrumental version so you can turn the vocals on or off. I turn off the vocals when I use sound bites from people because vocals from music can distract from the dialogue. When I start a new video project, I always organize my folders as much as I can, especially for the same day edits. Being organized makes you more efficient and faster at editing because you know where your files are. What I see in my Finder is also what I see in my Premiere Pro. You might be thinking being organized isn't important because you don't have time to do it. And you're right. But that's the wrong mindset. I don't want you to build bad habits. Yes, it takes time to organize, but what if you have multiple days of filming, multiple cameras, and multiple audio sources? Now you're in trouble because it will take a lot of time to find what you need in the edit. Remember, how you do one thing is how you do everything. Since this was a same day edit, I would shoot something, then sit down and edit right after. In the morning, I didn't feel the pressure because I had plenty of time. But as the day went on, man, I could feel the pressure. In the morning, I just cut all the B-rolls I could and I picked the music because I thought it was cool and fit the client's personality.
You'll never be the same. So tell me where to go. I'll be the
I didn't remix or edit the music yet because I needed to get the sound bites first to decide how much of the song to use. That's why the morning was chill, but once we started doing interviews, that's when it get challenging. It depends on how long people talk, so I learned that it really comes down to the questions we ask. That's why I told Caitlin to ask only 2 questions per person, so we'd have 4 answers in total. That helps a lot in same day edit because if you ask too many questions, you'll end up with way more editing. For me, 1 minute of raw audio is about 10 minutes of editing, cleaning up, trimming dead air, removing filter words, adjusting levels, copying footage, and so on. So the key is to keep interviews short and intentional. Do you have like a natural lighting, like a window?
In my
This boardroom here?
Is that a boardroom?
Does
Or this?
is our bosses.
Oh,
Well, let's not go there.
But there's lots of natural light in there.
Yes.
Does that work? Okay.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
What makes this training different from other trainings?
So I think what makes our workshop different than other workshops is
What's the goal for attendees on this workshop? What's the goal?
I think our goal for attendees is to go to work on Monday and feel like they can do these procedures without feeling stressed out or feeling nervous about it.
What inspired you to do this event?
Oh, that's a good question. Hold on, let me think about this. What inspired me to do this? I truly feel that our pediatric education.
I'm gonna cut you first because start it with like what? Yes, with the question because they won't hear me.
True.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll say what inspired. Okay.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, these 2 clients spoke clearly and confidently. Not many ums or dead air. They had brevity. I also stopped recording once they finished talking because every new clip takes time to copy. Since my mic receiver was connected to my camera, I didn't need to sync anything in post, and I was only using one camera anyway. Here's my timeline when I started building the actual highlights. I already had the music and started adding the sound bites. I began with the intro, but my challenge was deciding whether to start with the client's intro or with establishing shots and B-rolls. If I started with client's intro right at the beginning of the song felt too long. I didn't have enough establishing shots. I only had one drone shot of the Calgary Tower which I wanted to use when he said we're here our first time in Calgary. I also had a gimbal shot of the front of the building which I wanted to place in the part of the song where it builds up.
So tell me where to go.
When I heard that riser in the song, I knew I needed a long shot with a speed ramp in post. I tried filming it with my Sony 28-70 G Master f2, but the 28mm was too tight, so I went back and switched to the Tamron 17mm and it worked. I also added a bit of speed ramping on the next clip for a smoother transition.
This is awesome. This is so good.
So I needed to put the client's intro at the beginning of the song, but I had to cut the song since it was too long. Every song has a number of beats before restarting, so let's count. I cut here and used the instrumental version. I wanted the client to say hi in the first frame before the song started, so I faded in the song after that. I wanted people watching to hear hi first before the music starts.
Hi, my name is Nick Sharma and I'm a pediatric dentist with Little Smiles Learning.
Then I placed the drone shot of the Calgary Tower when he said we're here for our first time in Calgary, followed by B-rolls of them teaching. I used the version of the song with vocals to create that sense of montage. Since the intro soundbite is done, I fade out the instrumental music and fade in the music with vocals to create that sense of montage. While filming the lectures, the clients were showing videos and photos of different dental cases, x-rays, procedures, like it's all about teeth. So I grabbed my Sony 70-200 f4 macro and went in front of the TV or projector to capture them. I added sound effects like an x-ray machine switch off and a zoom sound effects.
And take out my cologne. So tell me where to go.
I think our goal for attendees is to
That montage ended up being about 20 seconds. It's always easier for me to play sound bites first before adding B-rolls. That's why once I had the interviews, editing became faster. I skipped one answer because I already had enough sound bites. Since there were two clients, I tried to balance their sound bites. I had two sound bites where they invited people to join the workshop, but I only used one because I needed to make room for the testimonials near the end. I picked the best one for the flow. I also added some spacing in between sound bites to make room for ambient sound from my B-rolls, like this.
We're here to make them feel more competent, comfortable, and confident.
So I think what makes our workshop
Because that's what you actually hear in a dental clinic. My target length was around 2 to 3 minutes, maximum 3 minutes. Once I could see all my sound bites laid out, it was easier to fill them with B-rolls. That made sense with what was being said.
The second thing is we really try to make it discussion style rather than a lecture style. There's a lot of back and forth, question and answer, kind of small group discussion back and forth between me and Nick.
You get what I mean. Since I was still waiting for the testimonial, I started my next challenge, remixing the song. First, I didn't like how the song ended, it just cut off abruptly. Second, I didn't know where to trim. I wanted to skip the chorus but it didn't work out, so I used the instrumental version instead. I didn't have much time to figure out the remix, so I continued the song and cut right before the beat to shorten it. I wanted to end the song where it's softer, not loud, and just fade it out, so it will be easy. That gave me around 2 minutes and few seconds, which left space to add the final soundbite from the client inviting people to join the workshop. I wasn't sure where to place it yet. It depends on how long the testimonials were. but I made sure to leave enough room for them. My cutoff was at 2 minutes and 39 seconds before the next bit hit. And don't forget to put the logo at the end. It's always exciting when my timeline looks like this, because I know in my head the video is done. I kept repeating my process, shoot, copy, edit, until I had enough B-rolls. Once I started getting repetitive shots, I'd copy footage, eject the SD card from my MacBook and insert it into my camera, so my camera would be ready for any moments worth capturing. At the time we were filming the testimonials, which meant I was on the final stretch of editing. This was the only soundbite I was still waiting for. Are you okay if we go outside?
Sure. Yeah.
Yes. So we have natural lighting?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Maybe you can just stand back here.
Perfect. Right by my bicycle.
That's your bicycle? That's awesome. That's awesome.
Amazing.
Just like one, two questions.
Maybe
regarding-
go here.
Yeah, for sure.
Workshop. So what's your biggest takeaway so far from this workshop?
And Sheena, you can look at the camera.
Oh, look at the
Oh, okay. So my biggest take home from this workshop.
Sorry, one more. Can you move to your left just a little bit?
Yeah, for sure.
Left? There.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
No, that's okay.
Thank you. Go for it.
So my biggest take home from the lecture so far.
Introduce your name and like where do you work?
Hi, I'm Dr. Saran. I work at Airdrie Kingsview Dental. Today's course, it was an incredible experience. I feel like it was a very practical course. It was evidence-based, and it's something that I can take back to my daily practice. It's a course that I would definitely recommend for everyone to take.
Okay, quick tip. I already had B-rolls of these two people who gave testimonials before, but since I had over 200 clips, I asked them right after their testimonials if I could grab a few quick shots of them doing something. That made it easier to find and use those shots as B-rolls while they're speaking in the highlight video or giving their testimonials. Since it was already end of the day and I had no more time to search for their B-rolls. So the last thing I did was color correction. I like my footage to look as natural as possible but with good contrast. The most satisfying part of a same-day edit is hitting the export button because you know you're done. I was lucky because my clients were still in the venue while cleaning up, so I had extra time to export the video. I showed the final video to my clients and the event manager.
Yeah, very excited. You edited it already? Oh my goodness, what the heck?
Hi, my name is Nick Sharma and I'm a pediatric dentist with Little Smiles Learning. We're here for our first time.
Oh, where did you get this shot
two-day
from?
workshop. Pediatric dentistry for general dentists. Come, let's check it out.
So tell me
This is awesome. This is so good.
The room looks great.
I know the light hitting it. It looks
It's
awesome.
different when you're in it versus when you see it from the outside.
until I'm not alone. So tell me where to go.
I think our goal for attendees is to go to work on Monday and feel like they can do these procedures without feeling stressed out or feeling nervous about it. We want them to walk out of here feeling like they got to do it so much that they can do this almost without thinking too much about it, and that they don't feel like there's a barrier to them providing care for kids. They should be able to see the kids in the office. Hey, I'm Dr. Nash. I'm a pediatric dentist based out in Toronto.
The room looks good. I love this.
The reason why we do these workshops is simply because dental school does not provide us with the training required for pediatric dentistry. And we feel that our general dentists want to treat kids, just don't feel competent or comfortable enough to do so. And that's why we're here. We're here to make them feel more competent, comfortable, and confident.
I like these close shots.
I think what makes our workshop different than other workshops is, one, we really try to prioritize the newest information. So what is going on in the world of pediatric dentistry right now? What's new, what's exciting, so that everybody that comes to this workshop is up to date. The second thing is we really try to make it discussion style rather than lecture style. There's a lot of back and forth, question and answer,
Love it. It's good with the wording.
discussion back and forth between me and Nick. Try to make it feel really casual, welcoming, and comfortable.
It does that.
Today's course
That's our
it was
goal,
an
yeah.
incredible experience. I feel like it was a very practical course. It was evidence-based, and it's something that I can take back to my daily practice. It's a course that I would definitely recommend for everyone to take.
So the hands-on is fantastic for being more confident in placing stainless steel crowns, and it really opens up your toolbox.
So if you're a general dentist that wants to level up their pediatric dental skills, then this workshop is for you. It gives you a lot of hands-on experience, so not only what you read and listen to, but actually get to practice it in action.
Amazing! Wow. I can't believe you made that in this time. That is incredible. Really, really nice. Beautiful.
Amazing.
It's a feel good.
Yeah, it's great. I want to take this workshop.
Good music, and even
Great.
the words and the coordination
Yeah,
with
the
scenes
shots
in
were
the
so
video.
interesting. Like, just really, really dynamic.
Yeah, very
Really
good.
enjoyed it.
Well,
You guys did it.
no,
Thank you so much,
Thank
guys.
you,
Honestly,
thank
that's
you, and
fantastic.
to do it in one day, good job. Very impressed.
Do you guys
Very
have a
good.
business card?